Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Peak Week Diaries. Another episode, another peak week. It is Saturday the 27th of September, which means I am officially 1 week out from the Amateur Olympia in Milan. I've taken a few days away from vlogging this week for a couple of reasons. Firstly, got a little bit ill, which just sapped my energy a little bit. I've also been in the office for work quite a lot, which has made it quite hard to just spend any time with a camera and actually talk to a camera. All in all, it's been a good thing because it's sparked my mind on a lot of things to be able to talk about, a lot of ideas on what to include in this Peak Week's video. Yeah, it was also good to just have a little bit of time to take in the weekend's results, refocus ahead of the next peak week, reset my mind and make sure that I was just focusing on enjoying the process again, thinking about getting back on stage and just having the time of my life once more. After the show itself, went out for some food in the evening on the Saturday night with Chloe, Jake and Chelsea. And then on Sunday, we went straight back to baseline food. Sunday, carried that through until Tuesday. I believe Wednesday had a 700 gram carb refeed, which was just to sort of tide my body over, hold me where I was after having pulled the water back off from the show and the carb up. And then since Thursday to today, and today included, back to baseline food once again, which is essentially depletion. It's still just pre and post carbs. But yeah, it sounds as though there might be a refeed on the agenda for tomorrow. We'll see what happens with my weight. I think pre-show registered at 81.7 in the end, which was just shy of a kilo under my cap. But yeah, I'm back down to 77.7 or so this morning. So back to where I was basically prior to the last show at depletion. So yeah, that's where things are at right now. We are in a good spot. Mentally, I've had a few days where I wavered a little bit. I had a real internal battle with myself because prompted to me that there is an Amateur Olympia in Vegas because of the Olympia. And I really wanted to do it. The unfortunate issue would be that Classic Physique is on the Wednesday and I'm in Milan until the Monday. And trust me, I looked at flights to fly back or fly from Milan to Vegas on the Sunday. Looked at Airbnbs, looked at flights back. I looked at tickets for the Olympia, which unfortunately were sold out. And I came to the conclusion, I think I've come to the conclusion, I'm still not 100%, but I really wanted to do it. The fact I couldn't stay for the Olympia, the fact I'd be going by myself, all signs pointed to it not being the right time to do it. So no Vegas trip this year, I don't think, unless I make some really last minute impulsive decision to do it, which I can't see happening, but it would have been really cool to do. That has been a little bit of a roundup of this week. I'm sure there's bits I've forgotten that I'll catch up with you on throughout this episode. Just need to go and do a little quick food shop, which will hopefully tide me over until Wednesday when I travel to Milan. Yeah, a few bits to do. I am headed again to PHX Hove today. Phoenix Burgess Hill is literally on my doorstep. Long story short, I basically moved house to be closer to that gym. The environment there is fantastic. The kit's absolutely fantastic. To have moved house to make that my local gym probably says enough. But if you haven't been, I fully recommend that you do. But PHX Hove is about 20 minutes away from me. I trained there in peak week when I did my photo shoot with Luke, and then I trained there post-show as well. And both times I really enjoyed my session there, which I've been there a few times before and I hadn't locked in and clicked with it as much as I do with Burgess Hill, but it's growing on me. So I wanted to get down there once again before I get too far into peak week, and whilst I can hopefully move some weight around. But yeah, so get down there, change of environment, get my headphones in, just knuckle down, get my head into the session. I'll update you once I'm there. So at Hove, empty my absolute stack of supplements at this point. I feel like my bag is just full. Make myself a little pre-workout. Just gonna have probably like half a scoop of Engineered Muscles Turbo Pump, and go along with that just a little scoop of Engineered Muscles Catalyst as well. Exact same as I used pre-stage the other day. It's been working an absolute treat for me. Even in depleted state, I can still just about get a good little pump going. Step on that slowly, make my intro as well. The gym is nice and quiet, which is what I was hoping for really. Not to be completely antisocial, but part of the reason why I wanted to change the scenery is just to be able to get my head down, get through my session without too much distraction. When I'm in a depleted state, I do just want to focus on my session, get it in, get it done. I think what I'll do session-wise is I'm going to mirror what I did last time I was here, which was straight arm pull downs into the Gymlico T-bar row. Then into the duo of prime movement. There is a prime high row, plated high row. No idea what its real name is, find out in a bit. As well as prime chest supported row. I use a Strive usually at Phoenix Burgess Hill. These have all definitely got legitimate names and I don't know any of them, so apologies, but you'll see the machine shortly. I'll run through the whole session. After that, I will head into a standard lat pull down. Finish off with, what did I finish off with before? That is a good question. I genuinely don't remember. I might have to look back through. But some sort of single arm row probably. There is a really nice Nautilus one here, which if I can't find what I did, might use that because I missed out on it last time when someone else was using it. Can't find the scoop here, so I'm using another scoop just to find the scoop. There we go. Yeah, so might use that for a single arm before moving into rear delts and biceps. So that will be the whole session, but I'll walk you through as we go, sort of roughly what I'm doing reps and sets wise as well, though it's very, very consistent across the board. See you once I get into it. Just going to start the session with straight arm pull downs, nice and light movement just to get some blood moving into the back really. Nothing too silly. I'll see what I've got in the tank for the session. Yeah, not going to try and go too hard. If I've got energy to give, I'll give it in the next couple of movements where there's a bit more weight to be added, power to be used. Okay, size 2 then. So Gymlico T-bar, probably the nicest T-bar for me personally. Don't know what it is, but arm movement, elbow path is exactly where I need it to be. It's not one where you have to stupidly load it either, and it's also not one where your ego is ridiculously hurt by only having one plate on it to get decent form. So really like this. It's actually worth coming to this gym just for this one machine. Whether or not that's warranted, unsure, but I'm rolling with it. It's good enough for me. I'm going to give 3 plates a go. I think, based on 2, that this might be too light, but I also don't want to overshoot it. So I'm going to try this for 1 or 2, maybe chuck another half on. I think it might be really ballsy, but... yeah, go on then. For the record, I do still think this is a bit too ballsy. We're here now. So I used this for the first proper time last weekend, 1 day post show. I'd used it once before and literally just put like a warm up weight on it, didn't agree with it. But last week, something locked in, so I'm gonna give it another whirl. I got to 4 plates last time, it was a little bit iffy. Seemed to have a little bit more strength in me today, so 4 plates, another shot, see how we get on. Didn't know what this was called earlier. It says it's just a lat pull down. It's very narrow for a lat pull down. We'll call it the prime plated lat pull down, just so I know in the future what I meant. Right, it's just 4 plates on. I got like 6 or 7 on this last week. 3 didn't feel so bad. Really might be stronger this week. I'm not surprised, I was 1 day post show. It's 2 reps better than last time. It's not bad for 3 days depletion. Also, for reference, all 4 plates loaded on the middle. So back off set, taken a plate off and I've shifted a plate to the top, so it should make it heavier in the stretch but lighter in the squeeze. So hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit of a better contraction and just focus on that portion of the movement. Feels like it's where it should be rather than getting half reps. Right, another one that I didn't know the name of earlier on, but is the Prime Extreme Row. Once again, I'm gonna load everything from the middle, at least for my working set, and then for my back off set, I might shift the loading around depending on how the squeeze feels. See how 2 feels, I'll maybe go for 3 based on everything else having been about half a plate or a plate up. Not the greatest, not the worst. Got to take the reps when they're there, especially at this point of prep. Any bit of strength you can hold on to. But I'll pull back a plate, maybe move a half to the top just so it's a little bit lighter in the squeeze again. Really focus on the contractions on these back offs. Lat pull down next up. Just going to go for 2 simple sets. Pretty much the same as I've done with everything else. Just a first working of about 8 to 10 reps and a second set of 10, anywhere up to 50, making sure that it's nice, squeeze, slow reps, really trying to feel it. Realised earlier I listed out that I was probably aiming for 1 too many pull movement. I've done 5, that's what I would usually do. So since this cable is free, I'm going to do a bicep exercise first, then move on to rear delts, and then maybe come back to some more biceps afterwards if I feel like there's enough to give. I don't know if it was the pre-workout or what, but the pump is real today. It's so nice to get a decent pump whilst at this point in prep. On to the next movement. I think we'll do rear delts next because I'm not sure I can actually put anything through my biceps again right now. It's just as well I did that beforehand. Definitely like this gym more and more every time I come here now. I've only really trained pull here. Just looking around, there's so many bits of equipment that I want to try for push as well. And I've not even ventured over towards the leg section. I think once I finish this session, I'm going to pop around the corner. There's like a functional fitness area. I'm going to do some stretching, mobility work, and I'm also going to do some posing. I'm just going to scout out the leg equipment as well and just sort of see what's really here. Start coming down here at the weekends just to have a change of scenery. But also if I can start coming here a few times in the week, definitely somewhere I want to come a lot more. One last movement for biceps. I don't think I've got anything more in me for that. Might do 3 sets depending how it feels, but just going to do standing single arm hammer curls with a dumbbell, then finish up with some mobility work. And that is a wrap. on the session. Round of posing done, look as flat as I'd expect to look. To be honest, I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with the detail, the graininess. Really pleased I came to this gym. It's a really nice change of environment. It's nice to just get on some new kit, see some different faces, have some different conversations. Happy days. I'm going to do probably 10-15 minutes of just mobility work, some stretching, because my body's feeling pretty beat, and then I'm going to get home and hydrate the hell up. The pre and post carbs are going a long way right now. Sunday the 28th. We are 6 days out from the Amateur Olympia in Milan. I am just out getting some morning steps done and enjoying what looks to be another lovely sunrise. If I haven't let on yet that I adore a good sunrise and a good skyline, then it's probably becoming more apparent now. Woke up this morning, new prep low, so I believe today will be a refeed to just hold us a little bit before we head into the next couple of days. So yeah, be looking forward to a bit of food today. Hopefully I'll get myself home, get my check-in photos sent over to Jake and see what he says, see what the verdict is. The refeed is confirmed. It's quite a light refeed today in comparison to what I've had in previous weeks. So I think previously I've been about 700 grams of carbs, whereas today is going to be 400 grams of carbs, 150 protein and 30 fat, I believe it was off the top of my head. But it'll be more than enough to give me some decent servings of cream of rice and also just to hopefully put a little bit of life back into the physique and into my body just going into the next few days before we get a proper carb load heading into Milan. I'm excited for the food nonetheless. I will take whatever today. I'm headed to my parents for a little visit and then I've got some food in the boot with me to be able to make down there, get meal one done. But otherwise today is a rest day. Pretty quiet day, but I do have one exciting thing on the agenda, which I won't say what it is, but it is YouTube related. Where I've been enjoying doing this so much, I'm very much in a state of wanting to invest in myself. This was something where I know it will be beneficial from a coaching standpoint and it will also be beneficial from a YouTube standpoint. So it's a little bit of an investment, a little bit of a prep present and prep spending for myself, which should be arriving later on today. So I'll catch you in a little while, whatever comes next throughout the day. I feel like a kid at Christmas. We are now, 5 days out from the Amateur Olympia. I had a slight refeed yesterday of 400 grams of carbs, as I mentioned, and I woke up this morning even lighter. I think I lost 0.2 of a kilo overnight, so yet another new prep low. I'm certainly feeling it. Not in a bad way, just in a cold way. I know it's getting colder outside, but I'm literally sat now with a blanket whilst I work. Yeah, I definitely know that I'm lean, but as a result, it means today 400 grams of carbs once more. Nothing to complain about there. It's going to be an interesting week for me because I've never been on a Monday of a peak week without being depleting. So I don't really know what's in store for me this week. Day by day, play it by ear, but I'm excited. Really pleased with the look, this morning. It looks sharp. It does look sharp and it's clearly flat. So as it fills out, I'm really excited to see how this one comes to life. Once again, I feel really good. Mentally, I'm switched on and I'm excited for this week. I'm working today and tomorrow. I'll be in the office tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, my flight is in the afternoon over to Milan. It feels surreal to be in this position. It really does. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's the only word I can use to explain it right now. I'm going to finish off my cream of rice, crack on with some work, catch up with you at some point throughout the day. It is almost time to head to the gym. I've just been thinking about today, generally prep once more, and realising how good it seems to be going. And just again, like this week, I thought this week, because of the travel to Milan, it not being in the same country, needing to pack, being away for a few days, that I might have brought back some of that stress that I had prior to the previous show, but I just haven't. Once again, I'm just in this really nice headspace where I feel like everything's routine, it's all natural. I've got my packing list ready to go. I have Wednesday off work and I don't fly till late, so I know I've got plenty of time just to pack on the morning, because most of the stuff that I need to pack, I need it before I go anyway, so there's no point in me packing it away. It's just, again, it's really nice to be in this place where there's no pressure. I'm just enjoying each day, and I still don't feel like I'm that preppy. I know I've had a few days where definitely my legs have really hurt. Overall, it's really been enjoyable, and long may it live, because if I can make preps like this year and year, there's no fear of doing them anymore, because this is just, I saw something before about choosing the hard path, and I feel like this year, because I knew that it wasn't going to be an easy prep, going into it with that mental space thinking I've got to really work for this, I was just prepared for it, and therefore it's come that bit easier. And yeah, definitely, I think each prep, it's always going to be different. Whether or not it's easier or harder, that's, I'm sure one year it's going to be harder. And I've definitely had hard preps in the past. I've definitely had preps where I've been doing endless amounts of cardio. I remember my first prep doing 2 times 45 minutes of stairs a day. I was going to the gym at like 4 o'clock in the morning and FaceTiming my mum just to drag myself through 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. And those days were hard, but I've not got that this year. I can't put my finger on it. I wish I could, because it would answer a lot of questions and it would bring me a lot of sanity for going forwards as well. But at the moment, I also just don't care. I'm just enjoying it. I want to enjoy every single session, every single day. All the whilst it's like this, I'd happily stay in prep for good. But I know obviously that's not good for my body. I know it's not maintainable. Yeah, I just feel like if you choose that path that pushes you out of your comfort zone and drives you to improve yourself, and that's not just on prep, like so many things this prep I've forced myself to do, even this YouTube stuff, I've forced myself to do it and thought it was going to be, oh, it's so cringy, and I'm sure there's someone out there somewhere that thinks it is, but I'm enjoying it, and the feedback I'm getting is filling me with pride and it's filling me with accomplishment. I feel in a really good spot. Long may it continue, because I'm excited for this weekend. One more show to do after that, and that'll be it. I think it's about time to head to the gym. Final push session on home soil. Tomorrow will be the final leg session. I have no idea what tomorrow holds, because I don't know what food will look like. I don't know what my weight's going to do. This is new territory for me. We'll take it as it comes and just embrace whatever it is. It is Tuesday, after yesterday's additional 400 grams of carbs. This morning I am only up 0.2 of a kilo. Visually, things look great. Even if I do say so myself, everything's sharp, there's lines everywhere. I posed with Jake last night in person. You can still tell I'm flat even after 2 days of 400 grams of carb. Feels like it's in a really good place for us leading into Milan to be able to put some more food in, take it day by day still. I am driving my way over to the Royal Mail delivery office because they attempted to deliver my new posing trunks last week, failed the delivery, said that they would re-deliver the next day, and quite simply, bloody didn't. I'm going to go and fight them and get them to just give me them, because I don't want to risk them not re-attempting delivery today and I travel tomorrow. Really don't want it to be down to the wire, so if I can get it sorted now, I would like to. We'll see how this goes. Success. Feels good to win. done. The last session on home soil is completed. Leg day done. Had a quick round of posing just to see how the new trunks look. Depending on what the lighting was like, I'll pop a little clip in just so that is seen as well. But it feels weird. It doesn't feel like it's that time yet, but bloody is. So let's go. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's travel day, and I am ready to go. Checked in. The daylight is in, everything all packed, ready to go. After 3 days of what would usually have been depletion, instead of that, I've had 400 grams of carbs each day. I still hit a new low this morning, which is mental. Body is a furnace, burning through food like no tomorrow. Carbs are going in nicely today. Jake's just let me know what food to go for, and I will make a start on prepping some of that now. But flight's not till 3:45 or something this afternoon. Plenty of time to just put my feet up, chill. On my way to the gate, flying solo. Done my usual airport hat purchase. It's becoming a new routine. Kelv knows. It's nearly time to fly.